Aprilia technical director Fabiano Sterlachini said that Marco Bezzecchi's focus and approach are very similar to his mentor, 7-time MotoGP world champion Valentino Rossi. Bezzecchi has been one of the standout riders of the 2025 MotoGP season, collecting 6 podiums, 3 pole positions, and an unforgettable victory at the British Grand Prix. At Mandalika last weekend, he dominated qualifying with a 0.4-second margin, recovered from a poor start to win the sprint race on the final lap, and looked set to claim Sunday's victory, until a collision with Marc Marquez sent him tumbling into the gravel. Even so, the 26-year-old remains the top non-Ducati rider in the championship, currently sitting 4th overall, and is the only rider outside the Borgo Panigale team to have taken a win this season. Sterlachini, who previously worked with Rossi at Ducati before moving to KTM and later joining Aprilia in 2025, praised Bezzecchi's mix of humor, discipline, and technical insight, comparing him to the Italian legend. "I think, from the outside, the way people describe Marco is completely wrong," Sterlachini told Motorsport.com. "He seems like a weird or funny guy, complicated and explosive. But when he's working, he's incredible. I'm sure that's partly because he came from the VR46 Academy. I had the chance and privilege to work with Valentino for a long time, and there are definitely some aspects that remind me of how Valentino used to work. After riding the bike, he jokes around with people and then focuses on every detail in every corner with great precision. The way he explains his issues is really impressive. He's very fast, but he approaches testing in an unconventional way." Meanwhile, the aftermath of Bezzecchi and Marc Marquez crash continues to stir debate among MotoGP observers. After remaining silent for some time, Marco Bezzecchi finally explained the chronology of the incident involving himself and the 9-time world champion Marc Marquez. Bezzecchi openly admitted that he regretted the mistake that caused Marquez's injury. The crash involving Marc Marquez at the Mandalika MotoGP was indeed unfortunate. Marquez, who was enjoying his races after clinching this year's MotoGP world title, had a stroke of bad luck. He not only failed to finish once again at Mandalika for the 4th consecutive year but also suffered a broken right shoulder. The crash didn't just affect Marquez alone. Another rider was involved, one who was arguably the main cause of Marquez's injury, Marco Bezzecchi, riding for Aprilia. Bezzecchi lost control of his bike, dragging Marquez off the track with him. After remaining quiet for a while, the Italian rider detailed his side of the story. It all started at turn 7 of the Mandalika circuit. He admitted that he was going too fast, which caused him to lose control. Suddenly, he found himself ahead of Marquez, who was turning right at the time. "We both reached Sector 2, when everything became really fast, maybe too fast," Bezzecchi told Motorsan. "I realized too late that I was already in front of Marc Marquez, and I hit him directly. We both went off track, he fell immediately, and I followed soon after," he explained. Bezzecchi said he deeply regretted the incident and immediately apologized to Marquez, who suffered the worst injuries from the crash. "I'm really sorry. I apologized to him and his staff," Bezzecchi said at the time. Marc Marquez later released an official statement. Using his social media account, the baby alien provided an update on his condition and shared an important message. He asked his fans and MotoGP followers not to blame Marco Bezzecchi for his injury, insisting that it was unintentional. "Not the best way to celebrate a world title, but that's racing," Marquez wrote on his X account. "Today we'll fly to Madrid, and the doctors will carry out a full assessment. Please, no hate toward Marco, no one does this on purpose. Thank you all for your support," he added.